What's up, guys? I'm going to give you my thoughts on the second presidential debate. I'm really pissed off, man. I don't like this format. I think it's a complete waste of time how they're doing it. It's outdated and it's not productive. You know what I mean? They're treating grown men and women like children. You know what I mean? They should have them do it a town hall style with microphones in their hands and just let them talk. You know, this stupid format where you talk once, you talk for 60 seconds, then you talk for 15 to respond. They say your name, then you talk for 30 seconds. It's really robotic and it's really stupid. And that's not a real conversation. People don't have conversations like that. The American people need to sit down and say, okay, for 3 hours and go, all right, we're going to have these guys and these women, these people sit in a circle or however they're going to sit and stand around or whatever when they get up and talk, however they do it, and just let them talk and interrupt each other. And of course, there's a moderator in there, but they should just have them ask one question. What would you do about the border? What do you think about the government shutdown? What do you think about illegal aliens, or what do you think about inflation, or and just let them talk and hash it out. Because when you do it this way, the 60 seconds, 30 seconds, 15 seconds, they're just doing slogans and they're doing memorized stuff, and you're really getting a robotic version of these people. You know what I mean? So who's the winner? Donald Trump was the winner of the of the debate. He's actually out there doing real stuff. And there's a lot of fake things going on, man. A lot of fake stuff with politicians. Obviously, fake and politicians go hand in hand, I guess. But the thing about it is this: they're talking to us like we're really, really stupid. You know what I'm saying? It's just like you listen to Nikki Haley. I'm really, really not liking that woman right now. And again, let me give you a full disclosure, okay? Every person has their favorite person, and obviously, I made no bones about this. Vivek Ramaswamy is my guy, right? I trust him so far. Is he perfect? No, but I really, really like him. And I'll get into more on that in a minute. But when he said the thing about when they asked him about the TikTok question, Fox News, and by the way, Fox News should not be doing these freaking debates. They're doing a terrible job, and the questions are biased as heck, and they're stupid questions. I felt like I was watching MSNBC or CNN. Some of these questions, man. You know what I mean? The GOP, Republicans, American First, Constitutionalists, Patriots, whatever, don't give a. They don't care about some of these questions. Okay. Nikki Haley, she just completely screamed at Vivek Ramaswamy about using TikTok, and he literally said kids shouldn't be using TikTok. And then she screamed at him about it. And then while he's making his answer, she starts interrupting him and screaming. And Ron DeSantis kept talking, gibberish. And Tim Scott was annoying as heck. They had to turn his mic off. It was just a shit show, man. It really was. And what did we learn? We learned that this is the C and D team. You know what I mean? These none of these people may not even be vice presidential candidates. The only one that has a chance to be vice president is Vivek Ramaswamy, but he's been on the scene not long enough. He doesn't have enough political experience. I think he'd do a great job, but it's politics, man. You know what I mean? It's not what you know, it's who you know. And I think Donald Trump, I think I know who he's going to pick for his VP. I got it down to three people, and I'll make a separate video about that. And listen, I know most of you guys don't care about politics, but let me explain something to you, right? People that are in gold and silver, they say, hey, we don't need politics. We just buy our gold, buy our silver, stack it, and this, that, and the third. And then the people in Bitcoin, they're saying it's not about red and blue, it's about orange, and opt out of the system, and all that's cool. The problem is when the stackers, the precious metal stackers say that, and the Bitcoin people say that, they're being hypocrites, because as soon as somebody in the political world comes out and says something good about those assets, now all of a sudden it means something, and again, not to call anybody out, but to me that's just very hypocritical. And politics are very important. They affect our everyday lives. If I had to pick one to watch sports or politics every day, I'd pick politics, because they actually the rules and the laws and the things that they do actually affect our lives. How much they're spending in Congress. Let me tell you who is the man right now. On a side note, Matt Gaetz is the best politician in the country. What he's doing right now, fighting for us. Now again, he's not perfect. No one is perfect. It's so funny how when you say someone's name, they're like, "Oh, he's this and he's that." You ain't perfect, dude. You know what I mean? So, anyways, Matt Gaetz is doing a heck of a job. If he was on the ticket, I'd vote for him. But it's just crazy how politics just get people so riled up and they don't trust anybody and this, that, and the third. Again, are 90 something percent of the politicians bought and paid for and liars and shills? And so of course they are. We know that. But it still matters. You know what I mean? Everything that you got going on in your state, your city, your county, your in this country has to do with the laws that they upheld and the rules and stuff they go by and what they spend and this, that, and the third. So why would you not pay attention to that? You know what I mean? It's just crazy to me. But the second presidential debate, I'm not saying it was a complete waste of time. I'm very upset about the like I said, the format is kind of stupid. But let me give you my thoughts real quick on Donald Trump and what's going on. I'll dive into this more in a separate video, but Donald Trump, he, how can I say this? He's a funny character, right? You know, he's the most polarizing guy we've ever had in politics, in my opinion. I loved him in 2016 when the stuff he was saying. I didn't vote for him. I voted for him in 2020 because I thought he did a decent job until the end when he printed all that money and shut the country down and talking about vaccines and all this other stuff. I didn't like that. But I knew from the time he came down that escalator that they were attacking him. I've known Donald Trump. We've known Donald Trump, you know, all our lives. You know what I mean? And all of a sudden when he becomes president or running for president, now he's all these bad things that he's not. I have friends that literally don't talk to me anymore because I like Trump. Or, excuse me, I don't hate Trump. They don't even talk to me anymore. This is how divisive the mainstream media has made this country, and that's all they want to do. I love Donald Trump. In a perfect world, I would love to have him as my president. The problem is I don't want him to be the president. I don't want him to get voted in, and I'm going to tell you why for a lot of reasons. Number one is it's just going to be divisive. He is going to he's coming for blood, man. He's coming for revenge big time, and he's going to come for people's necks. And there's a lot of people in the swamp that do not want him there, and there's a lot of people in behind the scenes that don't want him here because he's going to mess everything up. Again, it's not Republican versus Democrat, ladies and gentlemen. There's a big uniparty in Washington, in the swamp. You know what I mean? And they don't want that man in, and they're just gonna all they're gonna do is CNN, because I believe the mainstream media is dying slowly, right? If Donald Trump comes back into office, in my personal opinion, it's just going to boost the ratings of the most terrible shows on cable, CNN, and especially MSNBC. Because if you talk about Trump, whether you like him or not, people are going to watch. His ratings go up. That's why CNN's ratings were so down these last almost 3 years, because Donald Trump hasn't been in office. And Biden's just boring as hell. Biden's not going to run, by the way. You guys know that. It's going to be Gavin Newsom, in my opinion. They're floating around Michelle Obama, but like I said, after the thing what Tucker did with the guy, with Barack Obama's little friend there, I don't think that's going to happen, but we'll see. But I also believe that if Donald Trump comes into office, I believe there's going to be a huge riot that's going to make January 6th look like a picnic. And what I mean by January 6th, I mean the way they talk about January 6th. January 6th was not that bad. We all know that. It was bad, some of the things, but it wasn't that bad like CNN and all this other stuff. It's going to make Antifa and Black Lives Matters that happen around this country look like a picnic, because what's good for one is not good for the other. In other words, the anti-establishment is controlling almost 98, 99% of the Democratic Party. And what they're going to do is they're depending on people's ignorance and lack of knowledge, and they're going to piss them off. And the mainstream media is going to incite these riots, and that just like they did with in 2020 and 2021, parts of 2021, they're going to incite this because they want Donald Trump out under no matter what. You know what I mean? But I'll talk about it in this video. I said I wasn't going to talk about it, but Donald Trump is not going to be the president anyways, in my opinion. You saw the last situation they had with Mar-a-Lago. They're doing everything they can not to make him president. I don't know what exactly was going to happen. There's one thing that I think they're going to try to do that I can't say on YouTube, and it's a violent thing. And I hope that never happens to him or anybody, Joe Biden or anybody. But I don't think he's gonna be the president. They're gonna do everything they can. And the thing is, my friends and the people that you love and stuff that hate Trump, they don't even see it. They're so blinded by them, the mainstream media, literally. And this is why I say, a big part of the country is just really stupid and ignorant and just uninformed, that they've been brainwashed. You know what I mean? This is a guy that, like, again, we all known for years. We know who he was when he came in. He's not perfect. He's bash. He's very he bashes people. He's very abrasive. We know how he is, but all of a sudden, the things that we loved about him, they turn around and made it hate. Again, it's TV programming for a reason. And I just don't think they're going to put him on either not on the ballot, or some states are going to take him off, or he's going to get indicted and it's going to say, oh, he can't run. Something is going to happen, in my opinion. And that's why I focus on the B team or the C team or the D team, whatever you want to call it. And that's the second tier candidates. And head and shoulders by far is Vivek Ramaswamy. I love the fact that when he was doing the debate yesterday, he changed his style up because he's too smart. Vivek Ramaswamy is too smart. And did you see all those people attacking him while he was talking? Because they have political teams around these people, man. And they go, look, man, we got to make sure this guy, because he's anti-establishment, Vivek Ramaswamy, so far, in my opinion. And I'm not saying he can't be changed or, whatever, bought and paid for, whatever you guys want to call it. But I just think he has too much money for it. You know what I mean? So I don't know if they're going to threaten him. I don't know what's going to happen when he gets into office. Do I think he can do it? Because here's the end of the day. When you vote for somebody, here's what it is. You say, okay, when I vote for somebody, number one, do I trust them? Do I trust this person? Yes, I trust Vivek Ramaswamy. I did a lot of research on him, a lot of research. Number two, do I believe what he's saying? Yes, I do believe what he's saying. I do, right? And number three is, do I think he can get the job done? Meaning everything that he's saying, do I believe that he can actually get it done? I don't know if he can get everything done, because some of the things, they're going to really fight him against him for it. But again, it's like hitting the reset button with Donald Trump, because Donald Trump is so hated that it's going to be hard for him to get a lot of stuff done, because they're going to put a spin on it in the media. But with Vivek, he has a reset button. He's going to try to do the same things that Trump is going to do, but push it a little bit farther. And he's going to try to get those things done. But it's going to be very hard for a young man like himself, he'd be 39 when he comes into office, to get that stuff done. But do I believe he can? I believe part ways if he'll try his best to get it done. And that's what I'm focused on right now. I just don't think Donald Trump is going to be on the ballot or whatever. I just don't think he's going to win. And again, I would love him to win, and for he can help close these borders and do the things that he said that he was going to do. But the problem is, all the good stuff that he's going to try to do, they're going to turn it into bad. You know what I mean? And I don't think they're going to give him the right shot. So I'm focused on Vivek Ramaswamy, because, again, if I had to bet money on it, they're not going to let Donald Trump run for president. So let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll talk to you soon. Peace and love, guys.